distant, yet connected and engaged. Challenged, yet work so hard and wise to achieve this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all together laud the graduating class of school year 2020-2021 of Nuevaa National High School as we welcome and congratulate them in their virtual world graduation ceremony. With its theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, they are now ready to step into the future with more vision, passion, purpose, and hope. Let us give a welcoming applause to the candidates for graduation, together with the people behind their well-deserved success. The Schools Division of Ilocos Norte, through the leadership of Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Joanne A. Corpus, CESA 5. The faculty and staff of Nuevaa National High School, headed by the school principal to Mrs. Marcelina C. Andres, the proud parents, and of course, the provincial and local government units who in one way or another continuously support our nation's future.
To begin with, let us all sing the national anthem, after which, let's give praise and honor to the Almighty God through a doxology, followed by the singing of the regional hymn, provincial march, and the Nuevaa National High School hymn.
Tumayo po tayong lahat, ilagay ang kanang kamay sa ating dibdib at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyang ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May hirat ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Dakilang may likha sa kalingat pang-unawa, mangyari ang iyong diwa sa langit at sa lupa. Bigyan mo ng sapat ang lahat sa araw-araw, turo ang magparaya gaya ng iyong gawa. Iadyan niyo kami sa pagmamataas upang maiwaksi ang lupit at dahas, at sa mahang lumikha ng pamayanan payapa sa kalikasan, kabuhayan, kakanyahan, paniniwala.
That's the place I love so well. It's the home of men who love her, men who died to keep us free, men who told to bad the weather, that in one will never be. Region 1, Region 1, better place I see. Region 1, there is home by far to me. From her care I learn my lessons, in her bills I work and play. She has kept me safe and happy as I live on day by day. Till to other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Region 1, Region 1, better place I see. Region 1, there is home by far to me. Though to other lands I wander, as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I will remember Region 1, beloved name. Probinsya Abalwarte, Sarikep, Ketika, Ilocos, Inggit, Kasat, Kahilig, Pati Diyos, kinalaburan, at taong nagageta, di kilubog pagkidinamagan, kas kakikekat pudilera, sinamugang at paningan. Nakamaling na anak mo, di may gusto ken mapagtalkan. Inggit uret ikuso, kagyak ikuto adalan. Ikaw amin at kay kaysa, amanalak ni pagkayaatan. Ito sa bigyan kinamili, nagluwag bali na pagkamdan. Itasak lulunod, ibalod, manual, pagilian. Kawan ken Antonio Luna, Ricate Agli pa'y kenamdan. Temla tumapay naman, ken eskoda, anak mo at malalakatan. Nagan mo rin kami waragawa, titiyamin sa malubungan. Itasak lulunod kayo sa Nuevaa pagilyan. Kawan ken Antonio Luna, Ricate Agli pa'y kenamdan. Temla tumapay naman, ken eskoda, anak mo at malalakatan. Nagan mo rin kami waragawa, titiyamin sa malubungan. Ilocos Norte, Sampu Pagyanan, Ikat ang Sika, Ilocos. Ilocos Norte, Sampu Pagyanan, Ikat ang Sika, Ilocos.
Dangdangay si dong ilay, insinali dumay. Dangdangay si dong ilay, insali-sali dumay. Nueva Era National High School, iti kaapuan gamang miya pagwadan. Dangdang ay si dungilay insinali dumay. Dangdang ay si dungilay insali-sali dumay. Pulos adi kantulipatan sursuro di min paidam. Balon iti masakbayan ay ayat mo supapakan. Dangdang ay si dungilay insinali dumay. Dangdang ay si dungilay insali-sali dumay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give our sounding applause to Vina Rose P. Tayawan, grade 12 Asibuan, graduate with high honors for her welcome remarks.
To our esteemed guest of honor and speaker, Mr. Netal John A. Calon, to our ever-supportive municipal officials headed by Honorable Mayor Attorney Aldrin R. Garbida and Honorable Vice Mayor Caroline Garbida, to our highly respected school principal, Mrs. Marcelina C. Andres, ma'am, our ever-distinguished head teacher, Mr. Henry N. Langisan, sir, the teaching and non-teaching staff of Nuevaa Era National High School, parents, stakeholders, friends, viewers, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to all of you. It is with great honor to speak on behalf of Class 2021 to welcome you all. Today, we celebrate a milestone of our achievements as we look back to the reasons why the process of us growing sturdy is gradually realized. When I contemplatively look back on our 6 years in high school, those years can only be accurately described with a well-known quote by the late author Charles Dickens. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. I truly believe this quote describes all our hopes, fears, and dreams. Today marks another breakthrough in our lives as we commemorate our graduation day and receive our long-awaited hard-earned diploma. I believe that we are already equipped with all the things we need from the experiences and trainings we had undergone from our alma mater, Nuevaa Era National High School. Our school has taught us to think critically, to live honorably, and to lead confidently. For each of us, the discipline of Nuevaa Era National High School trained to us emerge stronger and be better prepared physically, intellectually, socially, and morally as we move on to the next level of our development and education. It has been such a privilege and an even greater blessing to be surrounded by the remarkable class of 2021. On behalf of Class 2021, I would like to express our sincerest appreciation and gratitude to all the people who led us here in a way or another in the realization of our dreams. My sincerest congratulations to all the parents and guardians who always motivated us to do our best to make every effort to go the extra mile. To the greatest teachers and to our nurturing alma mater, thank you so much for your guidance. And to the local government unit of Nuevaa Era, no words could ever express our appreciation for your unending support. As time goes by, and wherever life will take us, let us remember that this school has been and will always be a part of our growing years. Our journey has indeed been an extraordinary one. 6 years of hard work and experiences. May the years come be kind to all of us. Once again, Fellow graduates, parents, teachers, congratulations and welcome to the second virtual graduation ceremony of Nuevaa National High School.
Let's welcome Mrs. Marcelina C. Andres, School Principal 2, for the presentation of the graduates.
Division of Ilocos Norte, Madam, I have the honor to present to you the 74 candidates for graduation of the school year 2020-2021 of Nuevaa National High School. I certify that they have satisfactorily completed the requirements prescribed by the K-12 curriculum of the Department of Education, Bureau of Secondary Education, of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan under the Normal of Education. I therefore petition for the confirmation of their graduation with all the rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertain.
And now, the acceptance and confirmation of graduates. Please welcome Dr. Joanne A. Corpus, CESA 5, Schools Division Superintendent of the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte.
By the authority vested in me by the Secretary of Education as the Schools Division Superintendent of the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte, and acting on the certification of your school head that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements of the K-12 curriculum, and upon the strong recommendation and petition of the Public Schools District Supervisor or Education Program Supervisor in charge of your school for the confirmation of your graduation or completion. I, Joanne A. Corpus, in my capacity as the Schools Division Superintendent, now confirm you graduates or completers for the school year 2020-2021 with all the rights, honors, privileges, as well as duties and obligations thereto appertaining. Starting today, you are eligible for admission to the next level of education. Congratulations and good luck.
It is with great pleasure and admiration that I convey my best wishes and profound felicitations to all the graduates, completers, and academic awardees of the school year 2020-2021. The efforts you have exerted to accomplish your academic tasks in the difficult times are something worthy of praises. Graduation and moving up ceremonies are the much-awaited events in the life of every learner as they represent the golden times of reaching higher education and achieving dreams and aspirations. Definitely, the road you have taken is rough, but all the struggles are worth considering as they are the first few steps that will define your future success. Indeed, finishing this challenging school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is remarkable since it has been inevitable to face and accept the new normal landscape of education. It has been a school year of extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in dealing and coping with chosen learning delivery modality to meet the most essential educational requirements. While it is admittedly difficult, you may take it positively as you have been given the opportunity to adapt to difficulties that have strengthened your innate potentials. Likewise, the incessant motivation and support of parents towards the seemingly thorny road to success caused by the global health crisis, as well as the strict obedience to various health and safety protocols, have enormously pitched in to this moment of your graduation and completion. My dear graduates, completers, and awardees, You have just marked another significant milestone in your continued quest for excellence and successful future. Certainly, more challenges will still come your way. However, to hurdle this, you should stay focused and always remember that your dreams are within reach when you are determined and committed to realize them. My beloved parents, community officials, and other stakeholders, accept our heartfelt gratitude for the victory we have achieved today. Thank you for being an effective and efficient partners of the Department of Education in the implementation of distance learning. Your untiring support is a deeper reflection of the unconditional love you have bestowed to the learners through the years. Undoubtedly, you have greatly taken part in realizing the goals and objectives of DepEd's pivot to quality education under the Sulong Educalidad program. Our sincere commendations to all our DepEd officials, the school administrators, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for providing the highest degree of service para sa bata, para sa bayan. Finally, with this happy celebration of your graduation and completion, it is with confidence to say that you have given our team for this year, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, a very special meaning. Congratulations and have a wonderful graduation day and moving up ceremonies.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate, and therefore you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important. Someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survive and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
To receive their awards, diplomas, and recognitions, ladies and gentlemen, let us have the class advisors as they present the graduates for the school year 2020-2021.
As the advisor of the grade 12 ASIBO 1, I have the honor to present to you the graduates school year 2020 to 2021. Asada with Rowin B. With honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cledy Asada. Peralta Jerwin R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Willie Peralta. Riego John Lloyd B. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fernando Riego. Alcoy Rosemary T. with high honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Eddie Alcoy. Bala Precious Anna A. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Reynaldo Bala. Baliba Princess Angel P. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Reynald Baliba. Butay Nemalin A. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Pablito Butay. Castillo Michelle Joyce B. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jaime Castillo. Kasigay Daniela C. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Amante Kasigay. Domingo Mary Ann M. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Elislando Domingo. Leon Altea Christine G. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alexander Leon. Mamadil David Jean T. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joselito Mamadil. Sagasag Shara A. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Sagasag. Savignano Maria Eunice A. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Gerardo Savignano. Tamayo Precious C. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Pepito Tamayo. Tayawan Vina Rose P. with high honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Venli Tayawan.
Congratulations, graduates of Batch 2021. You took a million steps through hard work and patience. This is now the beginning. Don't give up. As the humble advisor of 12 Bagbag Gap, I have the honor to present to you the 18 graduates of STEM Batch 2021. Benavides John Vincent C. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Christopher E. Benavides. Pasqua Joshua B. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph M. Pasco. Hinday Lance Anthony U. Parent, Mrs. Heidi F. Bibi. Hinday Lance Daniel U. Parent, Mrs. Heidi F. Bibi. Salmasan Jim Christian R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. John B. M. Salmasan. Sison Geronimo. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nestor V. Arsadon. Tarona John Elionel E. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dacarias Tarona. Balauro Wency Hart C. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Wilfred E. Balauro. Kahigal Kimberly R. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alvin S. Kahigal. Duroy Winona Bernadette T. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nonilon C. Duroy. Flores Princess Andrea E. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Zoilo M. Flores. Garcia Laverne Faith R. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dexter R. Garcia. Gascon Syra O. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Romeo Gascon. Macaburas Arabella D. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Avelino C. Macaburas. Melquiades Blessy P. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jessie G. Melquiades. Tungpalan Annalyn C. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Agustin S. Gabat. Villanueva Heaven S. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ray N. Villanueva. Yarsha Novelin S. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ariel Yarsha.
I am very proud to present to you the 11 graduates of Grade 12 Dumalawi Carpentry. Alibuyog Jericho S. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alexander S. Alibuyog. Alibuyog Leonard V. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Resalino Alibuyog. Bautista Joshua M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joel Bautista. Carion Charlimar D. Proud parent, Marie Carion. Kasigay Derek L. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Saldi Kasigay. Corpus Mark Reeve B. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Severo Corpus. Kamet Christian James M. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sherwin Gamet. Lubong Rodeno Jr. Proud parents, Rodeno Sr. Marañon and Josephine Lubong. Pasudag Patrick June S. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dario Pasudag. Remos Daniel F. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nick Remos. Simon Arnold I. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Severino G. Simon.
As the advisor of the Grade 12 Lyon, I have the honor to present to you the graduates school year 2020-2021. Agdepa Jerwin G. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Edmundo Agdepa. Balintona Mark Justin V. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Balintona. Baltasar J. Mark S. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Antonino Baltasar. Castillo John Carlo T. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Armel Castillo. Fermin Harry B. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bonifacio Fermin. Giamsay Jesly T. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Florentino Giamsay. Lyda Elmer Luis C. Parents, Mr. Elmer Agapay and Miss Mercedita Takay. Lasaga Jesril Josh C. Guardian, Miss Queen June C. Lasaga. Nain John Patrick R. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Resty Nain. Heleno Romel C. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ronaldo Peleno. Ruiz Carl James R. Parent, Mrs. Laureline Ruiz. Seguro Raven O. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rolito Seguro. Wanadan Vincent S. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Larry Wanadan.
As the advisor of Grade 12 Bacalon, I am honored to present to you the new normal graduates of Cookery Class 2020-2021. Francisco Jericho S. Parent, Mrs. Brigida Ibos. Simon John Lester B. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joel G. Simon. Bakali Winnie Jane T. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jaywin R. Bakali. De La Cruz Zenny R. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bernardo P. De La Cruz. Doronio Shaira May. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jesus Guillermo. Galinato Renely A. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Randy L. Galinato. Gambol Isaac Catherine. Parent, Mrs. Crescencia B. Calventas. Ginayen Rosebell F. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Prudencio Ginayen. Lubong Rosie M. Parent, Mrs. Josephine Lubong. Maloom Christina B. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Danilo G. Maloom. Marceliana Desiree with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sidney C. Budala. Marceliana Jeneline G. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sidney C. Budala. Ramirez Lexi Ann D. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alex Simon. Rubiano Joanne B. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jojo Rubiano Sr. Simon Arlene L. with honors. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Emiliano G. Simon. Sinai Shane Ira L. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Joffrey Sinai. to Rafael Joliet R. with honors, parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sunny G. Andrion.
Nicholas Murray Butler quotes, "Optimism is essential to achievement, and it is also the foundation of courage and true progress." Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to Rosemary T. Alcoy, grade 12 Asibo 1, and graduate with high honors in her academic excellence address.
To our most esteemed guest of honor and speaker, Mr. Netal June A. Calon, our local government unit headed by our very committed Mayor, Attorney Aldrin R. Garvida, and Vice Mayor Caroline A. Garvida, our excellent schools division superintendent, Dr. Joanne Carpus, and the other deputy officials, our brilliant school principal too, Mrs. Marcelina C. Andres, our very competent head teacher 1, Mr. Henry N. Langisan, our skilled faculty and staff, dear parents, fellow graduates, other guests and friends, good morning. Allow me first to extend my sincerest gratitude to the very reason why we have come this far. To the people who always put us first, whose life never leaves, even in the darkest and toughest times, our parents, guardians, congratulations! Our success is mostly yours. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Graduation day is a time to reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow. Yesterday is represented by our stay in our alma mater for 6 long years. Along the way, we created our own memories that we will take away from here. Must be good ones and some not so good. But all now and forever the part of who we are and what we will achieve. Today, we stand proudly. Though not face to face, it is appropriate for us today to stand up, take a deep breath, and recognize how far we have come. We have truly accumulated exceptional moments from the past 6 years that will remain close to our minds and close to our hearts for a lifetime. We are no longer those naive little children, but rather mature young men and women moving forward with confidence and lasting strength in the first chapter of our lives. Tomorrow, we are propelled into the unknown in whatever path life may lead us. We are only at the beginning of our journey, and there are endless great things to come. All we have to do is open our eyes and our hearts and maintain a positive outlook so we are able to receive opportunities when they present themselves to us. Opportunities are not always within. They are oftentimes born out of what we might otherwise consider disappointment. We must use that strength to see the good in everything. When we reflect upon yesterday, appreciate today, and anticipate tomorrow, it is also important to recognize that for those who are given much, much is expected. What I believe that means is that we can no longer be self-focused, but also must strive to make our world a better place for those around us. If we can achieve that, it is not only for yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but it is also forever. The journey is long and deep, but our accomplishments are very rewarding. However, nothing is ever accomplished without help from the people around us. Our teachers and school heads dedicated a large portion of their lives in educating us, not just academically, but also by the greatest lessons. As we say goodbye to the truly caring people of Nuevaa National High School, let us also say thank you. We may not be the best students, but from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for bringing out the best in us. My friends, master you here, be humble, aim greater, with your dreams, be fair and just, remembering not solely where you are going, but particularly with your future. And one day, you will look at the education received in this great school of arts as a foundation upon which broke the greatest of all buildings, the building of your character. In the meantime, savor the moment. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you want to see. Congratulations, fellow graduates, and most especially to you, dear parents. Once again, good day. May God bless us all.
One great way to learn how to succeed is to listen how other people did it and follow their leads. So today, let's get a chance of meeting our guest of honor and speaker whose career path has risen at the top of his field. I welcome you then in an exclusive unfolding of his journey because I believe we are more than happy to talk about how he got success. Our very prolific guest speaker is a graduate of our own Nueva Era National High School and awarded a second honorable mention. He graduated elementary as salutatorian at Sacritan Elementary School, Pinili, Ilocos Norte, and took his tertiary education at Mariano Marcos State University College of Engineering, Batac City from 2008 to 2011 and transferred to Northwestern University College of Engineering, Architecture and Technology, Lawag City from 2011 to 2014, where he graduated with a degree Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. From the humble home owned by his parents, Mr. Anselmo L. Calon Jr. and Mrs. Nicetas A. Calon at Barangay Sacritan, Pinili, Ilocos Norte, he grew up to be an invisible man who touches the lives of others with full heart. A man full of modesty and wisdom, he successfully hurdled the Board of Civil Engineering given by the Philippine Professional Regulation Commission last May 13, 2015. Nothing really beats the wisdom of someone with experience. Thus, our guest speaker started his career through the rough patches, considering the long distance of home to school. But with the full support of his family, friends, and relatives, he was motivated to keep putting his one foot in front of the other, from dreams to passions to plans and into actions. His portfolio of professional development and training is fascinating as each experience gives life to his being a man of great sense of commitment, hard work, and passion. At present, he works as the office engineer at AB Thailand Construction and Development located at Airport Avenue, Barangay Butong, Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you Engineer Neto June A. Calon, alumnus of Batch 2007. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, ma'am. To our very energetic and gorgeous principal, Mrs. Marcelina C. Andres, ma'am. To our supportive and handsome mayor, Honorable Aldrin Garbida, sir. To our PTA officials, headed by Honorable Caroline Garbida, ma'am. To all our teachers and my former advisors. To all the graduates, my dear students, proud parents, other guests, to all the viewers, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant day to each and everyone. Agyaman na tanikanak ti gundaway na nagsubli ditoy iningutan tayo nga eskwela, my beloved alma mater, Nueva Era National High School, akas mesa agas of honor and speaker, Iti daytoy akanito intayo celebraran ti pinagturpos dagiti ubing tayo iti senior high school ken kastamet dagiti junior high school. Ta ituloy dan tumanen ti sumarno atukad ti pinagadalda. Ti tema daytoy virtual graduation and moving up ceremony, kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya or strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Ti edukasyon ket mesa agameng ahan tupulos mapukaw. Isu daytoy ti mesa a pasaporteyo tapno magunudyo ti anyaman a arapa apyo iti biag. Addaman mapaspasarantay a pandemya ita the COVID-19 pandemic. Agtultuloy latta ti pinangisursuro dagiti memestra ken memestroyo tapno lang maitedda ti napintas a kalidad ti edukasyon. Adu arigat ken sakripisyo dagiti teachers yu tapno lang may pasagapsep kanyayo analaing dagiti leksyon babaen iti online classes or dagiti modules amay ited kanyayo. Narigat man para kanyayo ay estudyante ti kastoy a sitwasyon tayhaan a face-to-face class ngem still na pagtagumpayan ninyo. You made it. During your online classes, I'm sure naranasan ninyo na may nag-pop up na no internet connections sa mga computers, tablets, or cellphones. Ang hirap, diba? But never stop dreaming. No matter how hard the situation is, with your determination, commitment, I know you can pursue your dreams. During my college days, napadasak met tihaan ang nakapasa kadagiti examinations mi. Napadasak pa iti nabagsak kadagiti dadduma a subjects ko. Tay naminduam lang nga ruden nga inuliten ngem haan kan tupel lang makapasa. Nagrigat, nagsakit a panunuten, ngem kasta lang talaga parte amin ti pinagadal deta. During that time, kayat kukuman ti agship iti sabali a kurso ngem babaen iti advices ken words of wisdoms nga impasagepsep dagiti pamilya. Intultuloy ko latta ti kurso a civil engineering aging gaan nakapturpusnak di Northwestern University batch 2014. Iti innem atawen ko ti kolehyo adu apuyat sakripisyo a napasarak tapno lang makapagturpusnak. Babaen ti tulong dagiti naganak kanyak dagiti kakabsat ko ken dagiti antimi morally, spiritually, and financially as well. Tas idi mo na at take ko ti board examination haan kuman na ipasan. Ngimintultuloy ko latta ti nag-review. Kaasin apo, daydi may kadwa. Daydi may kapamindwag a board exam ket na ipasakon. Amin arigat ken sakripisyo ket nasubadan ti ragsak ken panagyaman. Tanatong palmet lang ti kari kada parents ko agbalinnak a mesa a engineer. Anyaman a panlubok a dumteng ti biag. Kanayon tay ko maikarkararag ken ni Apo tayo a Jesucristo at di na tay baybayan. Pursuing your dreams, whatever obstacles may come throughout your journey, you have to face it and you have to overcome it or make a solution and find a solution in every problem you're dealing with. We are only a human being who commits mistakes, but we are also the one who correct those mistakes. To the completers, continue soar high. Never give up on your dreams and start believing in yourself that you can do it. To the graduates, graduation is just only a word, but it's a fulfillment to everyone who made it. Yes, this is your last day in this institution, but the memories and lessons you've learned throughout the years of your stay will last forever. The bonding between you and your friends, between you and your teachers are unconditional. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank you to all the teachers who molded me and teach me during my school days, to my family who always supporting me and inspiring me to continue dealing our everyday lives, to all my friends and best friends who are always there in any situation, and to my workplace, AB Thailand Construction and Development and AJ Thailand Construction Corporation, especially to my boss who I am working with right now for more than 5 years. Thank you for the good environment and the good camaraderie. For now, your parents and teachers are very proud of you. So may I take this opportunity to please give them a big hug and a big kiss as a simple reward for the hardships and sacrifices just to fulfill your dreams in life. Before I end my speech, I just want to congratulate everybody, the batch 2021 graduates, the junior and senior high school students, the achievers and the non-achievers, the proud parents and guardians, all officials and staff, and lastly, to all our teachers for making another year of success. Once again, congratulations. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you so much for the great inspiration, engineer.
Good morning, virtual world. Before we close today's ceremony, I'd like to take this last opportunity to say, on behalf of the graduates of Class 2021, congratulations Nuevaa National High School faculty, staff and administration who transformed and adjusted in just a blink of an eye from face-to-face classes into modular and online approach of education. We appreciate your efforts, Ma'am and Sir. I also thank our family and friends who helped us arrive at this moment. And also, Ma, Pa, thank you ti amin nga sakripisyo yu ken suportayo kanyak nga panganayo makapagturpos na klaing ti panagadal ko. Tamok nga siya klaing nga panganayo ti asahan niya. So ngay pasnek ko pa'y tagbasa para kada kayo metlaeng. Thank you ulit, Ma, Pa. Na-appreciate ko aming nga tultulong yu kanyak. Fellow graduates, it is clearly seeing our outstanding achievements and its well-deserved pride. Though that's not merely the end of awarding of certificates and diplomas and medals and be followed by hanging in our wall just for many people to admire we. So, exactly what today means is not the highlight of great applause for such golden but rather accentuating the individuality on how far you set your meaning. Just think about all that brought us here, all the trials and misfortunes, too great to recall, all the nights of study, all the grades, all the module experiences, all the stress, all the relationships, all the Google Meets, all the efforts, all the insights, all of it. It all comes together today in this virtual graduation. Moreover, as we have observed, some things change. Yes! New normal challenge us inevitably. As we witness our defying fruitful journey come to an end today, another door awaits with lots of opportunities, chances, challenges, and pursuits. There comes a time that we will apply all the information, knowledge, and wisdom we gain, and that time is now. As we leave the gates of our alma mater, let us embody the ideals that our mentors implanted and possess the vision of holding the lights of future and show how the world our individuality with gratification. Nevertheless, adversities are not an exception to the rule of having success. Sure, we will face predicaments, but in spite of that, don't forget to hold on character that is very crucial. That will be our reflection for tomorrow on how we will build a strong foundation in our family, peers, and community. As I leave a noteworthy quotation from a famous philosopher, Confucius, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. As the end of academic year 2020 to 2021, once again, good morning and congratulations.
Soar high, seniors. Continue to live up your dreams. Congratulations, graduates of Batch 2021.
These walls and all these picture frames, every name they show. These halls I've walked 1,000 times, heartbreaks and valentines, friends of mine, oh no. I look at everything I was and everything I ever loved, and I can see how much I've grown. And though the mirror doesn't see it, it's clear to me, I feel it. I can make it on my own. I'm not afraid of moving on or letting go. It's just so hard to say goodbye to what I know. I know. This time, no one's gonna say goodbye. I keep you in this heart of mine. This time, I know it's never over. No matter who or what I am, I carry where we all began. This time that we had, I will hold forever. This old familiar places where every face is